Hello and welcome into your July reading. Happy July. I hope you're doing well. And I'm excited because I got a couple new Oracle decks. So I'm going to use two of them tonight. We're going to start out with this Tell Me You Love Me Oracle. We'll get some overall energy and then we'll add to it. Go from there. Hope you're doing really well. And thank you for showing up and sharing your energy with this reading. All right, we'll try to get three, but we'll see how many want to come out here. Let's flip this one. Oh, there we go. All right. Right at the bottom of the deck, party, friends, and family. I'm recording this again for July, so if you celebrate 4th of July, maybe you're going to some kind of events or festivities or some other things going on for your summer. But to start out with your number 3, betrayal, secrets, disappointment. Secrets don't exist in love, for sooner or later they will be revealed. Potentially some sort of disappointment or secret, whether this is coming from you or towards you. Number 17, intimacy, dreams, and intuition. In my secret garden, there is me and me. So there's that word secret again. So maybe you have a secret that you've been keeping. And then number 19, generosity, compassion, kindness. Have your hand on your heart, but keep your heart well in place. All right. I think the images are so cool on these cards. All right, so we'll add a little bit more to it here. We'll get a couple out of this little Lenormand deck. Another number 17, so you could be seeing 17, 17, 17. I just saw 222 on the timer. With stork here and betrayal and secrets. So for somebody, this could be about news, information, could even be about a pregnancy. What is that one? Child, intimacy, dreams, intuition. So you could be exploring more about either your inner child, and I know I just mentioned pregnancy, so children could definitely be an integral part of July. Wow, and then another number 19 along with number 19. So there's some more signs and synchronicities with Tower. So something to do, this isn't like the Tower card in tarot, so this could have to do with your home, something with your house or your foundation. Okay, and there is this child card. And this one, this child looks very happy, number 13. Have you ever seen the movie The Secret Garden? I love that movie so much. All right. Highly recommend. Okay. Now we'll add some tarot to it and get a little bit more on each of these themes. So we'll start out with this betrayal, secrets, and disappointment. So this could be something that you hear from someone else, or like I said, with stork here, that's often associated with, right, a baby on the way. So potentially there might be even like a secret pregnancy or a secret child. Yeah, 6 of Cups also can be about children or something from the past. So maybe something surfaces again related to that. And with the Devil, there's some sort of toxicity either from a relationship or a partnership from the past. Again, how his hand is up, it looks like he's admitting something as he's sitting in front of the circle there. Let's get one more with it. Another 6 with the 6 of Pentacles. So we do have 666 right here. And the Devil card out, although I see 6s more as harmony, not an evil number. But you could be seeing 666 on a timer, on license plates, could pop up. Maybe your number of messages or emails or something like that. Yeah, it seems like there's some kind of connection potentially related to something from the past. I don't know if you're really involved in this right now or not, but some sort of secret or disappointment that has come from that. Someone could be admitting something, like maybe they were giving to a different situation. Like I said, someone could have had a child that you didn't know about or something like that. Yeah, with the moon at the bottom, again, more secrets. So definitely a lot of secretive energy, something coming to light, coming to the surface. Definitely has to do with a past connection that you gave your energy to. This is something I feel like you realized was toxic, or this, you could be discovering this right now, and that's where the disappointment is coming in. All right, let's move away from that energy and see what intimacy, dreams, and intuition brings. So again, the Child card is with that. So something that brings about happiness and joy, or more of a connection to your inner child. Notice how she's sort of nurturing the heart right there. Eyes closed. She's really tapping into the 6th chakra, third eye chakra. So that's 6, also an important number coming up. All right, let's see what comes out with this energy. Yeah, the Empress. You're definitely coming more into your own, feeling more content with yourself. There's sort of this feeling of, you know, either abundance or pleasure with intimacy there, right? Empress can be about love, intimacy. Your creativity could be on point. You could even realize something in your dreams or get some sort of information communicated to you while you sleep. Again, this could be something that heals some sort of wounding that you might have from childhood, or again, nurtures your inner child. Two of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. So you might be making a choice to walk away from somebody or something. Maybe that has to do with some of this betrayal or secretive energy. Right? I like in this version, the Two of Pentacles is balanced. A lot of times it's really out of whack. Right? So you're putting a good amount of thought into this, but coming from a really grounded and centered place with the Empress. You're making decisions and choices that are best for you. Maybe she has her secret garden here in the back. This could be something that has been developing over time. Maybe you've been working more with your intuition and trusting your intuition, or even some sort of clairaudience, clairvoyance, you know, one of the clairs. That could have been a skill that you had when you were younger, and maybe that's kind of gone away a little bit, and now you're getting more in touch with that. Now that you're tapping more into your divine feminine energy. And again, making choices that work for you, walking away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling. Ready to set out on a new path forward. And feeling really good about that. All of these cards, I don't know if you can see all of their faces. You can peek her out there. They look really content, really happy. I know I said that word content at the beginning. And even he does too as he's walking out of this room. It's like he's ready for that next phase, ready for the next step. So your intuition is supporting that. Again, pay attention to your dreams and what comes up at night. All right. Let's move on with generosity, compassion, and kindness. All right, let's see here. And Tower. So again, this can be foundational energy or literally be something to do with your home or even your family. Eight of Swords wanted to pop out, but it stayed in there. Four of Wands. This can also be about stability or even commitment to a certain extent. You've been doing some reflecting. There looks like there's been a little bit of blame going on. And again, this could tie back to whatever this secretive energy is that came out at the front of the reading. Maybe there's a change too in how you see yourself. I feel like there needs to be more compassion brought in, whether that's to yourself. Right, again, with that pointing finger. Maybe it's the way even you see yourself when you look in the mirror. So again, thinking of your foundation, noticing where you are your own harshest critic, biggest judge. Maybe being too hard on yourself. So definitely breathing more compassion into the way you speak to yourself. And maybe that also needs to go for the way you speak to others. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. There could be even some sort of raise that you get or promotion. And that definitely could impact your foundation, right? Maybe you have more money flowing in, or you get some sort of new project that you need to work on. And this could be something that you've put a lot of time and effort in, or just a lot of your energy. And now you might be getting recognized a little bit more, maybe being seen a little bit more for your talents and your skills. And maybe you get a generous bonus. Ooh, a couple cards wanted to come out with this. Oh, Eight of Swords did come out after all. King of Cups and Justice. All right, so Eight of Swords. There is this feeling before that you've been like bound and restricted. This could be in your own mentality. You felt stuck in some area, even a little bit anxious, but it seems like you're getting out of that. Notice how she's reaching and grabbing for that sword. Right, so not staying stuck in that energy too long, because that did possibly have you feel like you were drowning a little bit. And maybe again, this was financial. Maybe you've been giving to a situation that you didn't need to be, going back to even the Six of Pentacles or the secret energy. Maybe you were investing time and energy into something that didn't totally belong to you. Maybe you weren't getting the time and energy invested in a way that made sense for you. Because with Justice out, things are coming back into balance, back into fairness. And we did have that balance showing up here with the Two of Pentacles also. If money is involved, again, this could be some sort of legal battle. I mean, that sounds like a really specific scenario, but for some of you, this could be a legal battle around children, or maybe where child support had been going. Again, this king looks a little despondent, right? Like he's in this concrete chair, sort of flowing with the storm. He doesn't really look like he's reacting very much. So that's where some of this stuckness could have been. Again, maybe you find something out and you're in a little bit of shock. But things are definitely tipping towards your favor with this generosity, compassion, and kindness. Again, for some of you, you could be getting a raise or some sort of promotion at your job. And maybe you even share that generosity with others. All right, this is super interesting energy here for July. Let me know if any of this is fitting your situation at all. All right, let's see here. And then let's get one before we close it out of, move a little squirrel here, out of this Mary Magdalene oracles. We'll get a message. I'll read from the book from this one. There seems to be, sort of this up and down in this reading. But you're kind of moving past letting toxic situations impact you. You're shifting your energy into a higher vibration. You're doing things that not only make you happy, but would make your child self feel proud. And it seems like you're being rewarded in some way for whatever conflicts and situations you have gone through in the past. And something that would be worth celebrating. And again, maybe it's financial. You get more time on your hands. But something that impacts your foundation in a positive way. Okay. Enough of the recap. All right, let's see what we get out of this Mary Magdalene oracle. I also love the illustrations on these cards and the messages. Okay, we'll do one more shuffle before we grab a card. Cutting the deck with the third power, and it said humility is my greatest power. So again, bringing in more of that compassion. Notice where you maybe can bring in a little bit more humility. All right, true love all exists through love. All right, let me read out of this book. Again, some sort of balance coming into play. Just set that down right by this card. And how those big coins are at the same right elevation, that balance, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. All right, let's see what we get of a message out of this card. Soul voice meditation. Who in my life can I give love to in this moment? Right, so maybe it's yourself, someone else. Yeah, maybe it's a child. All right, but let's see what comes out of this. It's important to know that love laced with lack and ego is nothing ever to be ashamed of. Repeat this statement several times if needed. The whole point of being here is to be fully human. This means we will fall in love with the wrong people. It's kind of tying into that devil energy and that betrayal energy. This means we will be too terrified to love the right people. We will do all the wrong things, and this is what's meant to happen. It's brave to break your heart wide open. It's brave to dare to love. It's only in our messy, mixed up, and wildly imperfect attempts at loving that we can practice expanding our capacity to love. We try and fall, and try again to love and be loved. And in that effort, over time and with mercy, we begin to let love reach within us where it has never been before. We begin to forgive ourselves and others for things we had judged unforgivable. We begin to see that love is an energetic exchange, a flow, and that miraculously, somehow, the more we give, the more we receive. And we begin to see that this may be the whole point to being here, feeling all the possible love we could feel, and without any control or contriving, we give it all away. Knowing as we do, trusting even, that this inner source of love that we are giving from is actually inexhaustible. The Gospel of Philip says, the companion of the Son is Miriam of Magdala. The teacher loved her more than all the disciples. He often kissed her on the mouth. If we take this scripture to heart, we realize that Mary and Christ were spiritual partners, companions. We realize that the love between them was meant to be a teaching on the power and possibility of true human love. The Gospel of Philip also says, love refuses nothing and takes nothing. It is the highest and vastest freedom, and all exists through love. This is the form of love I believe Christ and Mary shared. A love that is more than love. A love that is the highest and vastest freedom. A love that makes all things possible. All right. What a beautiful message on that card. Right, continuing to kind of open your heart and share, because love is inexhaustible in the end, regardless, again, of the experiences we've been through, which is part of this human experience. So maybe some of that is coming to light, or you're realizing that a little bit more throughout July. Again, with ending with this generosity, compassion, and kindness, after we started out with that betrayal and secrecy, right? So true love. All exists through love. All right, what an interesting reading for July. I'm curious to see how this month shakes out. Thanks again for being here. Leave me a like or share a comment, especially if something in this reading clicks for you. But yeah, that's what we've got here for July. And until next time, peace.